Survival games are a contentious subgenre. While there are few ambivalent fans, the majority of individuals either adore or despise this style of gaming. Large, open landscapes with little or no direction and objective, logical puzzles or crafting, lengthy hours spent searching and gathering resources, and, most crucially, the fear of dying and losing it all appeal to some people, but cause deep existential angst in others. Fortunately for aficionados of the genre, there is an increasing amount of innovation in this type, so there are now hybrid versions that attempt to graft the greatest aspects of survival games onto other game styles. Because of the variety in this genre, Xbox Game Pass subscribers have access to numerous fantastic survival games, including some of the greatest. 10. No Man's Sky. It's fair to say that No Man's Sky had a rough time getting off the ground. However, with multiple updates, the game has evolved into a more polished and engaging adventure. It gives you the opportunity to explore a number of randomly generated planets, where you can collect minerals to assist you improve your equipment. It's not as tranquil as it sounds, though, because these planets aren't all lifeless. There's always something out there attempting to murder you. And you'll have to rely on your wits and whatever tools you have to survive the attacks while still attempting to make the planet habitable. 9. The Long Dark. The narrative in most survival games is almost non-existent, aside from an introductory cinematic to set the scenario. The Long Dark, on the other hand, is a multi-episode narrative with some interesting parts and superb voice acting. There's also a distinct sandbox survival mode that's more akin to what you'd find in most of the genre's titles. You must survive the harsh Canadian wilderness in both modes. To do so, you must brave hunger, wolves, sub-zero temperatures, and a slew of other perils. You can also enjoy the game's wonderful art design while attempting to stay alive. 8. Frostpunk. Frostpunk is unlike many other games in the genre in that you are not solely responsible for yourself or a small group of people. Instead, you'll be in charge of a city full of people whose world has been wrecked by global warming. It's a survival game as well as a city simulator in which you must manage resources and people. You'll have to make some tough decisions along the way, and they won't necessarily make you popular with the crowd. However, sometimes making the unpopular choice is the best way to keep people alive in the long run. 7. Minecraft. Minecraft isn't the first game in the genre, but it did pave the way for the current generation of survival games. All of the things you'd anticipate from a title like this are here in their most harsh, blocky form. You can create whatever you want with no specific objective in mind and nearly unlimited room and resources, assuming you can escape the dangers of roving mobs, including the iconic creepers. Because of those stealthy, explosive animals, many Minecraft players get PTSD flashbacks when they hear the sound of frying bacon. Although the game has its restrictions, it is nevertheless entertaining and ideal for family time with your young artisans. 6. Terraria. Terraria arose straight from the popularity of Minecraft, and it makes some comparable compromises in terms of a block-based environment. Terraria, on the other hand, severely restricts the world by limiting it to a two-dimensional structure. It compensates for this limitation by providing you with a larger variety of monsters to combat. You may summon a number of epic bosses and powerful waves of outlandish monsters by creating magic artifacts. You can also trade with a large number of well-developed NPCs. They will also occasionally provide you tidbits of knowledge and tasks. Another great game to play with the family. 5. Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds, like many other recent survival games, combines basic survival elements with a concentrated plot and goal. You only have 22 minutes to live before the star goes supernova, killing everyone. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of opportunity to die in a variety of ways, like crashing your spaceship, running out of oxygen, or being eaten by hazardous monsters on the planet or in space. You'll die a lot, at least every 22 minutes, but you'll be rewarded with one of the most pleasant death sequences. Your short life will be replayed in front of your eyes. 4. Astroneer. Astroneer is a survival game at its core. You traverse the worlds of your solar system, collecting resources that allow you to research and develop ever more complicated technology, with no time constraints or set goals. Even though there are no creatures in this game, only plants, you are not immune to danger. The flora can kill you with poison, explosions, and impaling spines, but it's also simple to become lost, especially if you go into tunnels. 3. State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 is a zombie horror survival game set in the post-apocalyptic future. you are not a lone survivor, which sets it apart from many others. Instead, you'll have to collaborate with others who have escaped being eaten by the undead. To stave off the attack of wandering zombie hordes, you must use their skills and construct your own foundation. 2. Ark Survival Evolved. The subtitle of Ark isn't just a marketing ploy, it accurately describes what this game did to the survival genre. It's difficult to stay alive when you're virtually nude in a planet full with dinosaurs. Dilophosaurs are small, but they're ferocious, and you'll die a lot until you figure out how to make the weapons and tools you'll need to defend yourself. However, as your skills improve, the game becomes more challenging, especially as you learn to build shelters, transportation, and, most importantly, train dinosaurs. From the back of a baryonyx, you can truly dominate the land. 1. Subnautica. You spend the majority of your time in Subnautica in a 3D world that requires you to rethink navigation and threat assessment. You're not only in a dangerous ocean, but it's also an alien one. And there are a lot of things waiting to devour you alive in this aquatic death trap. There are enough story pieces in the game to establish an overall purpose. The survival components, on the other hand, are what make this game so exciting. The thrill of winning, the satisfaction of creating something worthwhile, and the horror of being hunted are the most pleasant components of the experience. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more such videos.